What's going on YouTube? Sundeep M3 back again with another video. Hope you guys are enjoying the uploads, and as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more videos as we're on the road to hitting 500 subscribers soon. As you guys might have saw on May 28th, 2024, which was yesterday as the date I'm recording this video, BMW of North America Woodcliff Lakes finally dropped the 2025 G80 M3 LCI. I know a lot of you guys were waiting for this LCI before purchasing a 24 or a 23 to kind of see what the differences are. We did get some hints when the 2024 G80 M4 released about a month or so ago. So when we had seen that car in person, we kind of thought that they're going to apply the same characteristics towards the M3 LCI. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on this car, so let's get right into it. So as you guys can see, I got Beamer Post pulled up they just published an article with the latest details from BMW USA. So just scroll down right here. They've made a little teaser video. I'll put some clips of that as well while I'm talking throughout the video. So I wanted to go throughout the main differences, and we'll start with the pricing. So the pricing for the rear wheel drive base is at $76, and the rear wheel drive competition is at $82. Which is basically the same price as the previous generation was. I got it pulled up right here so you guys can see 76 for the base rear wheel, and then the competition is also at 80,200. But if you look at the M3 competition X drive, it's at 84,300 for a 2024. But going back here, it jumps up to an 85,300. So about $1,000 upgrade, which is pretty significant. I think back when I purchased my 2022, the MSRP was around 77, 78. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we're seeing about $8,000 to $9,000 difference over the past 4 years. A lot of people are saying that's pretty on average with the inflation, but it seems a little high to me, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, comment down below. So leaving the pricing aside, we're gonna get into the characteristics of how it looks. So going down to the pictures, as you guys can see, I'll pull up a couple right here and put them on screen. The first thing is noticeable from the front is they kept the grills the same, obviously. But what they did is the headlights on both sides right there, there's kind of a single projector with these like fang designs on both sides. So I don't know, it's pretty controversial. I think they're okay, but again, I don't think they're better than the laser lights. And people on the forums were commenting that they do prefer the lasers as well. And right now, if you were to order a 25, you can't do any headlight customization. So this is all what you can do. Some people saying you can maybe retrofit the previous lasers to this and do coding, but I don't think anyone has done that or confirmed yet. So that's still hypothetical. So going back to the design, they do look more prominent in terms of the straight edge, but the design itself is flat. They kind of look more cheap, people are saying, when they've seen the M4 ones in person. And just they don't have that laser functionality, being able to do projectors or anything like that. So it's not as efficient to use. They don't look as great, don't have that blue design. So that's something to definitely think about when you're purchasing this vehicle, if you want to splurge for the 25 newest model or try to go back and find a 24 with low miles or anything that's available off the lot at this time. So lasers are pretty controversial. But going back to the LCI on the M4, they did the CSL style tails. But on this version, as you can see, there's still the same stock tails, no change in that. Which it makes sense because the CSL lights are specifically for the two-door model. Why would they put that on this? So it wasn't really a surprise to me or anyone else, but some people had wishful thinking upon that. So the next thing I would say is they also changed the 825M wheels, making them silver. I don't have any pictures on that from the press release over here, but if you like that design, you're more than welcome to get those, but I do prefer the 826M, so all black. Making our way into the interior, the first big noticeable thing that I like is the flat bottom steering wheel. So it is still leather wrapped with the tricolor stitching, and you get a red M stripe on the top. I think it's definitely way more sporty looking. makes the interior just more of a race car feel, especially with the bucket seats. So you guys can see in these pictures right there. I do really like the flat bottom steering wheel, and a lot of other people do as well. So what they're trying to do is see if they can get the part number from BMW and purchase that for their previous models. I don't know if that fully works because the heated functionality I'm seeing on these new ones, there's no more heated steering button right over here where the previous one was, or on the column. So it looks like BMW is changing it to voice activated, or you have to set kind of like a timer or something. When the temperature gets to a certain level, it'll trigger the heat and then turn it off, vice versa. So they're really trying to cut down on the buttons and just make everything more minimalistic. I would prefer to just press the button and turn it on whenever I want and turn it off, rather than doing voice commands or going through the iDrive. But there are aftermarket companies doing retrofits and basically mocking up the same design and adding a heated button, I believe, to the left side of the column, or even some that are implementing the M button as an actual button on the bottom right there. I don't know how good they are and how they actually look, but I've seen them upwards of $1,000, so that's something to think of if you guys want to retain that function with the heated seat button. So making our way, also they did do a trim difference by the AC vents right in the center. It's kind of this singular design with this gloss black look around the vent. Definitely looks a little different, but again, I'm impartial to it. It doesn't really bother me if it's this way or that way, so that's something else to have. As you guys can see, they also still don't have the M3 or M4 badging right here, so a lot of people are popping that off and replacing it with the previous ones that 21s and 22s had. So the next upgrade in terms of power wise is this car does push 20 horsepower more if you're on the X-Drive model only. So the base and the rear wheel drives don't accommodate that. I think BMW says something that it can't handle it, or they remapped some tuning, but again, 20 horsepower is pretty negligible. I don't think most people would be able to feel that, given that's like almost having another passenger or two in the car versus not. So it's not any life-changing thing. So if you're tuned with JB4, DAL, or piggybacks, or if you have Boot Mod 3 or MHD with the femto route, you're definitely going to get more power out of that. So I wouldn't say power is really a factor. Again, it's just a nice bump. Basically, it's just like they remapped the tune and added 20 more. Going back to the interior, they also did redesign the iDrive to make it iDrive 8.5. I don't know exactly what all the characteristics change from iDrive 8 to 8.5, or if it's a hardware change, or if people would be able to do some remote coding and have their software upgraded, but that's a possibility. So I guess they just wanted to kind of give it a change in terms of some features here and there, since it is an actual LCI. And when they had the 2023 iDrive 8 model, that wasn't the actual LCI. So they just wanted to bring that up to speed. And lastly, going back to the exterior, if you guys see the M3 competition badge, they did kind of outline it in this white writing, making it look more three-dimensional looking. I'm not a fan of how it looks. It just kind of contrasts from the body and makes it like stand out more and not seem as seamless as all the previous M badging has been. So that's definitely something that I would swap back to my previous badging if I were to purchase this vehicle. But given that you see that badging and you see these matrix lights, you know it's a 2025 model. So comment down below. I'm curious, do you guys think the 2025 G80 M3 LCI was what you expected? Do you think it was worth the wait for those people who are waiting since 2023 or 2024? If these differences have made any judgment in your opinion and you're happy to place your order now? Personally, I don't think it was worth any wait to me. I mean, it's very moderate changes like many of the F80 E90 LCIs that we've seen in the past. It's usually just tail lights, an iDrive upgrade, and then a minimal power bump, if anything. If you're gonna plan on ordering it and you've been waiting for an M3, definitely now is the time to do it before we're getting to the end of the life cycle. I think 27 or 28 is what they're saying for the new M3 to come out, so we still don't know what that's going to be. But if you've been waiting out, definitely place your order and get to enjoy the car while you can. Again, let me know your thoughts and stay tuned as always. Sandeep M3 out.